what's up? Today I thought I'd do a Destiny review, pretty much just give my thoughts on the game and explain some stuff, and if I sound harsh, I really don't mean it that way. I absolutely love this game. But anyways, let's start off with campaign. Honestly, campaign is repetitive. The story really isn't present, and it's just going from point A to point B, shooting for the most part the same enemies until your floating butt buddy ghost hacks into something to open a door for you so you can go to the next area, and repeat the same process until you get to a boss that may or may not be a reskin of a few other bosses. However, it is a good thing that the smooth mechanics and gameplay as well as the amazing graphics make up for the bland campaign. But it still is kind of disappointing that a lot of the bosses are just reskins of each other. Maybe slight difference in size, but for the most part look the same. They all have very few attacks, pretty much just a ground slam attack they use when you get too close to them, and a typical long range gunshot of some kind, possibly a super long range attack that will do heavy damage or kill you instantly, but that's pretty much it. Waves of enemies do come in during boss fights to help replenish your ammo, and this is especially needed during strike missions because the bosses have crazy amounts of health, and it takes at least 10 minutes of constant shooting at them from all three players to take it down. Despite the repetitiveness of killing enemies and large super bosses with an ass ton of health, strike missions are pretty fun, whether you're playing with your friends or you just got matched up with random players. And by the way, strike missions is co-op unlike campaign. If people leave you, you may as well give up, so it's better to play with friends because you can't trust anybody. Anyways, the loot system is a little too tedious. It should be easier to get rare guns and gear. I don't mind grinding to get loot and level up, but they made it a little too time consuming. And I'm not going to give this game a score rating from 1 to 10 or whatever. Personally, I really enjoy the game overall. I love it and I'm kind of addicted to it. And doing a ton of grinding, switching between fun, strike missions, and Crucible, which is multiplayer, is fine with me. And you don't unlock multiplayer until you hit level 5, and even then you may not want to jump right in because the higher level people have skills unlocked that give them additional speed and health. Balance is enabled, however, so no one is really walking around with a super gun that you have to grind for, but they may have somewhat better abilities than you unlocked for that gun or class. Also, multiplayer may already be hard enough for some people to just pick up and play, which is what a lot of people want to do when they buy a game. Also, multiplayer isn't your typical easy Call of Duty experience, and I'm saying this because I do have a large Call of Duty fan base, and it's not just you run out and just kill everybody easily. There's a ton of jumping involved, and health, and shields, and evading, dodging, whatever. You can't just mow down an entire team in seconds like COD. So anyways, when you make your character, you have to choose between a Warlock, Titan, or Hunter class. And by the way, I am super impressed with all the character customization. There are so many ways to customize your character. So all the classes for the most part are the same aside from grenades, super abilities, and variations in jumping. And they all get the same guns and gear. I don't really have any major complaints about the maps. They're good size with constant action, minus 2 maps, the Moon and one of the Mars maps are extremely big, and there's vehicles and turrets which I think are OP and pretty annoying, and personally I don't like big maps. So I don't know about you guys, but I like playing campaign by myself, and online is required to play Destiny, even campaign, and this is pretty bad. The amount of times people help in campaign just doesn't justify the internet connection needed to play the game. And they should have just made it so it's optional where you can just play with other people or you can do campaign by yourself. I would really like to play campaign by myself. And as for music, the soundtrack is pretty great. The music gets you really pumped during the boss fights, and I really like the start menu music, reminds me of Final Fantasy. So despite all the negatives I mentioned, I absolutely love this game, and it is the best thing I've played in a while. The only thing I hope for is that the game just doesn't die out in a few weeks. I want to play all the DLCs, and PS4 gets them early, so it's a nice change. Destiny is really different, and it's a fun game, and I really want to keep uploading it, but what do you guys think? Do you guys have the game? Do you guys like it? Do you want me to keep uploading? What do you want me to upload? Comment below and tell me your thoughts. I read all the comments. So yeah, that's all for today. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.